Peace Reflections. You are over here with Sarethia. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, because we are here for another book read. And we finna go over there to the Garden of Eden reflection. We are here doing our book read. Now, we have been reading Created. It's called Created the Devil's Apprentice by Gregory A. Ross. Okay. So if you missed our other chapters reflection, we are actually on chapter 11 tonight. What a coincidence. We're gonna read chapter 11. I mean, we might now dip into chapter 12 a little bit, just depends. Okay. Now, in our last chapters, if you missed it, then definitely go to Station Head. I'm gonna link it in the description box below. Go over there, add me to Station Head reflection, and you can catch up on the rest of the other chapters. And I got a couple of them in the video tab as well. Okay. Now, with that being said, I'm not here to waste your time. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, depending on which platform you are on. Now, this book, for everybody who just came in, we are talking about Before the Angels Fell. Now, in this book, Malachi is Lucifer's apprentice. Lucifer was actually mentoring Malachi. He was actually mentoring Malachi at the beginning of this book. Now, in the beginning, Lucifer and Malachi had difference of opinions, reflection, okay? Malachi was only concerned with serving Elohim. He was just trying to do the best he could do for Elohim. But Lucifer came along and Lucifer was like, yeah, you praising Elohim, but what about self? What about what about elevating self? What about reaching your highest potential? And Malachi was like, well, I never thought about that. All I ever thought about was praising Elohim. Now, Malachi is having a different opinion. Malachi is having a different tune reflection. After serving Elohim for so long, the thought that Lucifer had implanted into his memory, the thought of self, has resurfaced. Okay. So he's actually in the other chapters, we talked about how Malachi actually went over to Lucifer and to the Department of Worship. That's what Lucifer is over. He actually went over there and asked Lucifer for a job. Like, yeah, I've been over here serving Elohim, but I don't feel like I'm reaching my full potential. So I'm finna go over here with the angel of light. I'm finna go see what Lucifer is talking about, baby. But when he went over there to get a job from Lucifer, he noticed that Lucifer was really concerned with his skills and not so much, his connections and not so much with his skills. But the question is, why? So let's get into chapter 11. Chapter 11 is Over the Line. That's the name of this chapter, Over the Line. It says, there's a way that seems right to a man, but the end therefore is the ways of death. Now, this comes from Proverbs 16, chapter 25th verse. Okay. Now let's get into the story. Malachi stood in front of Barbados' door, staring as if it was an instrumental wall. How was he going to break the news to Barbados? The young angel considered the scraggly old angel to be more than a supervisor. For the first time since he'd been trying to speak with his old mentor, Lucifer, it occurred to Malachi that Barbados had been filling the role for quite some time. In some ways, Malachi felt he'd gotten more from his relationship with Barbados than he'd ever gotten from the angel of light. That is, until Lucifer offered him this promotion. Once again, euphoria flooded Malachi and his mind raced back to what had been told he would be his new title should he be accepted for the position. The chief of staff, officers of angels, department of worship. So it is saying reflection that Malachi, if Lucifer did accept him into this position, he would become the chief of staff. That's a big position from where he was with Elohim. But is it all smoke and mirrors? Let's see. I never knew being offered such a position was even a possibility. Yet here I am with this opportunity staring me in the face, thought Malachi. He chuckled. The kind of chuckle one lets out when the anxiety of the moment leaves one with no one else to hide. He lightly tapped on Barbados' door, hoping perhaps to put off the discussion until the next day. He knew there were so many aspects of his day with Lucifer in a drama lodge that he would be called into questioning by Barbados. To Malachi's surprise, no one answered. The old angel must have gone home early for a change. I guess I'll just let him know tomorrow, Malachi said as he turned to leave. Let me know what? Malachi squeezed his eyes together tightly as if action might prevent the inevitable from occurring. He turned to face the source of query. When he opened his eyes, Barbados stood in front of him in the doorway leading to the department's break room. let you know Malachi stuttered. His mind was blank. He could think of no good way to begin the conversation. Oh, come out with it. Surely you have enough topics for conversation. What did the king announce? How did your interview go with Adromelech? An amazing sense of relief passed through Malachi. He quickly relayed the experience of being in the assembly chamber, of sitting behind Michael, Gabriel, and Lucifer, and of hearing of the announcement concerning the creation of man. So, what did the king say was the purpose behind this man? Well, how soon will he begin creating them? What role, if any, will the Department of Celestial Fellowship play? Hold on. Give me a chance to answer one question before you ask the next one. Barbados grinned, knowing full well he had taken it a step too far. Oh, sorry. Please go on. Malachi stared at his boss. You want to know the purpose behind Elohim's creation of man? The king said something odd. We'll create mankind to be a frail creature. He said he was doing this so all would know his power and the wisdom behind every good thing happening throughout the kingdom. Why would the king need to demonstrate that to all of us? Barbados began his realistic ear scratching. I know I asked to be frail, so he would receive a different kind of praise through me. Could he be seeking more of the same from others among us? I don't know. When you spoke with Adromelech afterwards, what did he seem to think? For a moment, there was complete silence between them. Malachi, where are you? You seem like your mind's somewhere else. So let's stop right there, reflection. For everybody who don't know, Malachi had went to a meeting, right? This meeting had all of the archangels, all of the divine angels throughout all levels of the heavens, reflection. During this meeting, Elohim announced that he is about to create mankind. He is about to create the humans, reflections. And when he create these humans, he wants Lucifer to be the overseer of these humans. Keep in mind, Lucifer was pissed off. Lucifer couldn't believe Elohim wanted him to do some shit like that. He said, wait a minute, baby. I've been the angel of light for a long time. I've been architecting and creating shit around the heavens for a long time, baby. Did you not see that golden throne, that golden arch? I did that. What do you mean? I want to be over the angels, not over this frail creation you about to create called mankind. So Lucifer was not happy about this, reflection. Lucifer was not happy. So for everybody who don't know what was going on, that's the backstory. All right. So this is what Barbados is asking, because Malachi attended this meeting. So Barbados is like, shit, what's our role in this new creation of mankind? What's going on? Let me know. He's excited, but curious at the same time. Let's see. Malachi, where are you? You seem like your mind is somewhere else. He never mentioned the announcement during our interview. That's odd. Seemed like it would come up as part of the normal conversation, especially given that his boss was at the center of attention. I would think he would at least comment about what Lucifer might think of the situation. Well, he didn't really need to go too far to ask him. Lucifer participated in my interview. He participated in an interview for an associate position? I've never heard of anyone at the promiscuous level interviewing for an associate for hire. He must really like you. A faint hint of question crossed Barbados' face. So surely Lucifer had something to say about the announcement. After all, he had to know you was there as well, given that you were sitting directly behind him. Well, he was a bit preoccupied during the announcement, and we were dealing with something pretty important during my interview. Oh, I'm sure. Hey, how did the interview go? Any chance I will be losing my star angel anytime soon? Well, now that you mentioned it, Barbados grabbed Malachi firmly by the shoulders with both hands and joyfully began to shake the young angel. Wow, you, an associate in the Department of Worship? That's a big step forward. So much closer to the king, you will get your chance to serve and worship him even more readily than you do now. I'll need to reach out to a Adromelech to see how long I will have to prepare for your exit. Oh, and to find your replacement. So what do you think about this reflection? Barbados is like, wait a minute. He think that Malachi was offered an associate position the whole time. He don't know, baby. Malachi was offered the chief. Lucifer was finna put him on up. Reflection. He was finna put him over the chief of staff. Now, keep in mind, let's go back to what Barbados said, because Barbados is like, what do you mean Lucifer didn't have nothing to say about the creation of mankind, and he is supposed to be over mankind? He was like, that's a little strange. That's a little strange. You get what I'm saying? For you to have such an important role within this new creation, you would think that he would have something to say. But the whole time, we all know that Lucifer was pissed off. Reflection. We all know he was upset. Malachi may didn't know he was upset, but we know. You got to go back in the other chapter. Reflection. Okay. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you just came over here, we are talking about Lucifer and the angels falling out of heaven. Reflection. We finna talk about the Great War. We finna talk about what was really going on. Reflection over there with these angels breaking their wings, falling and shit. Let's see what Lucifer was over here doing. Now, it says, well, he had talked to me about an idea that had been considering for some time now. Something he first mentioned to me during my mentorship with him. It's really affecting the way he thinks about his priorities and how it relates to the king going forward. Sounds interesting. Do tell. It had made so much sense to the young angel when he discussed it with Lucifer in a drama ledge, but now in front of Barbados, Malachi had his reservations about sharing the idea. Why do I feel this way? It's not like I'm considering seeking my will instead of Elohim's. I'll do both. So Malachi is reconsidering. He don't know if he want to tell Barbados the big plan that Lucifer got. He don't know. Reflection. He like, listen, I'm not sure, but keep in mind, if everything is really about Elohim, why do you think Malachi is hesitant about telling his supervisor about the plans Lucifer has for him? After a moment, Malachi said, we talked about pursuing things we wanted instead of just the king's priorities. Once we are finished doing the king's wills, Lucifer suggested we should give some consideration to do our own will. Barbados' eyes, knitted together in a puzzled expression, made even more pronounced when his mouth fell wide open. He held the pose for several seconds as his eyes darted back and forth as if he is searching for clarity. Finally, he shook his head and stammered, pursuing my will as well as Elohim's will? Don't we already do that? As Elohim always say, delight yourself in him and he will give you the desires of your heart. Since he is our greatest desire and pursuing his will is our deepest longing, our will is naturally always in agreement with his will. I can't think of nothing else to pursue. Malachi whispered, but Lucifer was talking about those times when his will, our will, might be different than the king's. Why would anyone ever want to pursue something different than the king's will? I'm not even sure what you would call a pursuit. Actually, we never got into the idea at length. He just applied the concept to my situation when he offered. Malachi suddenly stopped. Offer what? Asked Barbados. Malachi ran his head over his bald head, wishing he could somehow rewind the last several minutes and answer his mentor's question differently. Out of the corner of his eye, Malachi noticed a cloudy swirl disappearing under the door. He whispered, Elohim. If the Spirit of God was actively invoking and bringing out the true nature of the day's events, then Malachi knew it was important to disclose everything. Barbados, I need to tell you something about my interview with Lucifer in a drama ledge. It wasn't for an associate position. That's odd. Nothing else was approved by the king or by me for that matter. What role did you discuss? Oh shit, reflection. Oh shit, what's finna go on? Malachi and they're telling shit. Okay, so his supervisor is like, wait a minute. When Lucifer asked for a position, this is the only position that we approve for you for. Elohim didn't approve for you no chief of staff. I ain't approved for you no chief of staff. Listen, we approve for you to be a damn associate. Now, Lucifer came over there and switched the whole game on reflection. Lucifer said, "Listen, I think you above associate's position. I think you need to be the chief, baby. You need to be the chief. See, they want you to stay at an associate's position. I see the true potential in you. I see you are greatness, baby. You deserve to be the chief, baby. You deserve to be the chief." Reflection. Is it by design? Is this by design? Let's see what Malachi's supervisor think about this. Let's see. We were discussing the chief of staff position. Barbados jerked his head back while raising his eyebrows in a shocked expression. Once again, his eyes darted back and forth as if he was searching for some type of understanding. He said, "Chief of staff? Don't get me wrong. You are an excellent servant." I had to pause it for a section. Okay, we back reflection. He said, "Chief of staff, don't get me wrong. You are an excellent servant to the king, but how did he justify you for such a huge jump in position?" So Barbados is like, "Listen, I ain't trying to talk about you, Malachi. I ain't saying you ain't a good angel. I ain't saying you don't get what I'm saying. I'm not saying you don't deserve the position, but damn it, I ain't never even been listen, I ain't never even been in a position where I can become the chief of staff. What's really going on now? What Lucifer got planned for you over there?" So now Barbados' eyes is raising up. Barbados is like, "What the fuck is going on right here?" Barbados is like, "Wait a minute." He feel like Lucifer could have some up his sleeve because his hands and shit could be in his pockets. Reflection. Let's listen. But do you think Malachi is thinking like this? Or do you think Malachi is like, "Nah, don't come over here with that hating ass shit, Barbados"? Let's see, reflection. Let's see. He pointed out all the great qualities I possessed and said I was actually exactly what he was looking for in this role. He said he wanted someone who could think for themselves without the barriers established for us since our creation. New ideas, fresh thinking. Someone who would show the same kind of loyalty as, wait, that wasn't Lucifer. That was the Samayo said before I went into the interview. Samayos? How did you come with speaking with the Samayos? Hold on one second, reflection. Let me make sure we still going. Let's make sure we are still going because I got some I have a couple interruptions. Okay, let's get it together. Okay, let's stop this one. Okay, let's go. Okay, so he's pointed out all of the great qualities I possess, and he said I was exactly what he was looking for in the role. He said he wanted someone who could think for themselves without the barriers established for us since our creation. New ideas, fresh thinking, someone who could show the same kind of loyalty as, wait, that wasn't Lucifer, that was Samaz, said before I went in the interview. Samaz? How did you come with speaking with him? Now, I can see interviewing for such a position. It's the kind of role which would naturally be on his list of future assignments. Wait, was he up for the chief of staff position as well? Well, yes. Then why is he discussing this with you anyway? I don't get it. Something seems wrong, don't you think? So Barbados is like, "Wait a minute, hold on there, Malachi. Sometimes you got to step outside the box to see some shit to know where you've been put in a rat trap." Reflection. He even got put in a trick bag. What's going on, reflection? So Barbados is like, "It's something wrong with this. Why would he even be talking to you about the same position that he's qualified for? That don't even make sense. Sound like a setup, reflection." That's what he said, but we don't know that. We don't know. Hit the like and subscribe, but we over here talking about these angels. We are talking about the angels before they fail. Well, yes. Well, then why is he discussing it with you anyway? I don't get it. Something seems wrong, don't you think? I don't know. Maybe at first, but it seemed like to make more sense the longer we discussed it. You say Samaras thought Lucifer was looking for someone. How did he say he described it? Oh, yes, someone who could think for himself without the barriers established since our creation. Barriers? Really? New ideas? Whose ideas could be better than Elohim's? His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. His ways are higher than our ways. So Barbados is like, "Listen, let me try to bring you back to reality, Malachi, because you've been over there with the angel of light and you made a bump your damn head. They over there putting you in that trick bag, baby. They finna get you. They finna get you. Listen, reflection. Let's go." Malachi stood in silence. He had to admit, Barbados' comments really did place the discussion with Lucifer in a different light. With the glory of Elohim shining on the discussions of the day, Malachi once again sensed something may be off in Lucifer's ideas. Barbados continued, Lucifer, Samez, Adromelich, who else talked this way? Moloch, sir, why? Don't you hear the error in their thinking? If this is Lucifer's new idea, one needs to show him how incorrect it is. In fact, regardless of whether or not I address the facility of this idea, I need to speak with him about the break from proper procedure in interviewing you for a role that was different from one that the king and I approved. It's inappropriate when it comes to protocol. I've never heard of anyone anywhere in Elohim's kingdom breaking the king's protocol. It's unheard of. So Barbados is upset. Barbados is like, one, he over there trying to brainwash you and shit. And two, he not over there. He done sat over there and offered you a position that I didn't even approve your ass for, baby. Ain't nobody told your ass to go over there to be the chief of staff. I said you can be an associate. That's it. That's it, and that's all. Reflection. So Barbados is pissed off. Not only that, he said he may have to go over there to the angel of light himself, baby. He said he may have to go over there and approach Lucifer himself, baby. You think that's a good idea, Reflection? You heard me? Do you think that's a good idea? I don't know. I don't know, but we'll see though, Reflection. Let's keep going. He said he may have to go over there and see what's going on because Lucifer is over there breaking protocol. He said he never heard no shit like this throughout none of the levels of the heavens. He said this right here is the first. This is the first right here. Let's see what Malachi thinks. Do you have to now? Yes, either that or I let a shoe know so he can handle it. I would think Lucifer would prefer that I come and speak with him directly. So Barbados is like, listen, either I'm finna go talk to his ass and let Lucifer know you got the game fucked up, baby, or I'm gonna go tell Elohim ass. It's one of the, we can do this to the left or we can take it to the right. What's going on, baby? He think he can snatch up my angels and get y'all different positions and shit, talking about his way is better than Elohim's way. I'm finna go snitch. I'm finna go tell it. But listen, I'm finna go talk to Lucifer first. I'm finna see if we can get a little understanding first. I'm finna see if I can change the angel of light mind. Reflection. How you think Lucifer gonna handle this? Do you think Lucifer gonna listen to what he got to say? Do you think Lucifer give a damn about what he got to say, baby? What you think going on, Reflection? It's finna get sticky. This is finna get sticky. We listen, we're gonna have to come back for chapter 11. Now, this chapter, we just read chapter 11. We're gonna have to come back for chapter 12. We got to come back for chapter 12. The name of chapter 12 is Opportunity Lost. So do you think Malachi is finna lose his position over there with Lucifer? Do you think Lucifer gonna say, listen, you can't even keep your fucking mouth shut before I give you the position? You over there telling Barbados shit, baby. You over there going and telling Barbados shit. Do you think that's what's finna go on? Or do you think, listen, it's all a part of the move? It's all a part of the move. Hit the like and subscribe. But Reflection, we are over here talking about these angels before they fail. We are over here talking about Lucifer, baby. We over here talking about Lucifer and them angels. They over there, they finna get an army together, it sound like Lucifer he got his hand in his pocket and behind his back. He up to some shit, Reflection. All right, so make sure to join me back for chapter 12, okay? Until